Alright, hi everybody. Mr. Dirt wanted to kind of get into it finally. They did more advanced reloading concepts. Bottleneck cartridge. This happens to be a 223 5.56. If you're going to shoot these in a semi-automatic, you need a full-length resizing die. You can, I highly recommend getting a way, and do not ever put a neck sizer die on your press if you are going to reload for a semi-automatic like an AR-15. So, bottlenecked cartridge. Yeah. The reason is because you have a body here where all the powder goes. It necks itself, bottle necks itself right there where your bullet goes. You get more powder down here to push a smaller level of bullet out. Yada yada yada. Very common. There's also a straight wall case, but this is advanced class, so I don't even know why I'm going this far. So anyway, something I can't say I just discovered, but you go to your pharmacy, pick up anhydrous lanolin, okay? It's in a gel form. And what you do, easiest way to lube your brass that I have discovered, because I started with the Dylan case-lube knockoff that you make out of that stuff, and 99% isopropyl alcohol. It's actually very, very good, but it makes a bit of a mess. The anhydrous stuff does not, what's the correct word here? Soluble. It's not soluble in alcohol without settling down to the bottom, and so you have to shake it, you have to warm it up, etc., etc. However, I've discovered if you just use it in its gel form, raw, nasty, greasy, whatever, it works like the Lee case lube, where you just get the teeniest little bit. Can we even see the reflection? Okay, yeah, just a tiny little bit on the finger, and then you rub it around. Now, if you guys stick a case, sorry, you're responsible for it on your own. Okay, but the neck, shoulder, and the very tip of the body should be about the only thing that you need to lube here, because that's the place where it sticks, the case, inside the press. So, give it a push, bring it back out. That particular one's greasy. Okay, so the next one, usually numbers 2, 3, and 4. Is it 4? Does it go all the way to 4? You can just reuse what's on your finger. So, number 2. In. That one needed some good resizing. That must have been in a loose chamber. So, there's number 2. Number 3. Notice I'm also picking it out with the same finger. Okay, because the only thing you really need is a teeny thin slice of lube there. And you'll feel it. If you start trying to stick a case, it will get very firm right there. So you're concentrating on your depth of pull. Okay, so that one did 3 cases, and it started getting a little difficult to pull. So what I'll do is I'll just get another little shiny spot. Shiny. Where's the shiny? Okay, shiny spot. And one more little case, and run it on. Okay. Also, the lanolin will protect your brass from getting tarnished a little bit. So this, I don't necessarily mind that much, even leaving it on. But if you don't want to leave it on, if you decide that's kind of messy, gross, greasy, especially if you've used the Dylan spray stuff or the knockoffs, you know how greasy, nasty it is. So you just grab a paper towel and wipe it off, and no big deal. And where this is blaster ammo, it doesn't necessarily need to look shiny. I do see the appeal of having very shiny brass, but why waste the energy on something you're just going to get rid of, you know, in a very quick order. Kaya, go out. Thank you. So, okay, so another case, another tiny dab of lanolin, and that pound, yeah, it's a 1 pound bottle of gel, will last tens of thousands of rounds if you're not much on, you know, if you're not overusing it. And you'll tell if you're overusing it, because right here where it's just barely resizing, it will, what's called hydro lock up there, and it will actually dent your cases in at the shoulder. cause, well, I can't say problems, but it does make it look ugly. Let's see if I can add a lot of case lube here. Okay. Yeah, I'll put a lot on one. Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's a good example right there of a hydrolocked case. I think I might actually just throw that one out because it will have that big of a dent. So, yeah, where's my throwaway? Okay. So anyway, well, now I got way too much lube on there. Okay, if you get too much lube, just, you know, wipe up what you can. Keep it safe, and you'll be able to run 8, 10, 12 cases off on the lube that you have. You know, just kind of ration it out a little bit. And basically, you just barely want to slick it up from what you're doing. This stuff is thick enough, it will just keep going all day long. So, once again, that is called anhydrous lanolin. It's a good moisturizer for your fingers too. After a long, hard, dry your fingers out day at work.
And we're going for...
Yeah, we're going on a trip. We're not saying where. There we go. Okay, so I finally got down to a normal amount. Okay, so... And yes, the bench is messy. That's why I'm kind of doing this not professionally right now, but resizing all the cases. And these ones didn't get resized enough once, and then I discovered it, and so now I'm resizing again, but they've already been primed, and so that's a fun another story. Because I'm not perfect as a reloader, but anyway, let's see. So what is it? Has this case number 8? I think it's 7 or 8 since it's... Okay, so now my fingers are finally drying out good. Probably last case or two, and then I'll have to just kind of re-up. But yeah, I will definitely give my big time kudos for this lanolin, and I'm glad that I discovered it the way that I did, because your fingers are going to get this messy anyway. Black. Unless you guys, you know, you awesome guys that have money for stainless steel pins. Speaking of, if anybody wants to, if they're running stainless steel to shine up their brass, where do you dispose of your water? Because out here we're running on a well, and I'd really rather not get lead down into our groundwater. Not that there's that much there. I mean, it's all trace amounts. Probably already have that much from our previous owners. So, and okay, now we're starting to get a little sticky. Like I said, you'll feel it in the handle. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Feel free to comment. Da, 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 da.